We're here today with Mr. Jim Morgan, the chair of Gonzaga's counseling department. Thanks for joining us.
Thank you. Glad to be here today.
Great. We want to talk about the class of 2014 joining us here on I Street. They're excited to be here. A record number of kids in this class. Is that correct? It's a big class, right?
There are. Our classes have grown since I've been here from about 200 to now we're about 245 students in this entering class, and a tremendously talented bunch. A lot of potential coming in athletics, in the arts, and of course in academics. So we're very excited to have them on campus.
Cool, cool. Well, they got here yesterday. Is that correct? For their first event, first official event. It was a picnic out in the front of Carmody Center. Is that correct?
That's right. Their parents brought them down for really sort of their parents' first big event here on campus. Their parents were welcomed into the great church of St. Al's, and their sons were escorted out onto the football field, where a bunch of the seniors and juniors in the booster club taught them some of the cheers, taught them the fight song, so they know to put their right hand up in the air and to sing ever proudly. And then they came back inside and joined their parents outside for hamburgers and hot dogs, a little bit of barbecue. We also had a club fair going on at the same time so that they could see some of the club members and the moderators. We had over 40 activities that are running concurrent to our sports programs in the afternoon. So they got a chance to see those and sign up, say, hey, I'd be interested in learning more about this group or that group, or helping with Campus Kitchen. So they got a chance to meet a lot of the adults that they'll see around campus after school.
Cool, cool. Okay, so I heard that went really well, and the guys went home, and then they came back this morning for their freshman orientation, right?
That's right. We had them back down here this morning at 8 o'clock. They met with their new counselor, Maureen McLaughlin, who will have this class for the next 4 years. And they had their picture made over in the gymnasium underneath the eagle. So we've got a great first photo of the bunch. It'll be fun to look back at that in 4 years.
Right.
Then they're brought into the theater, and they're greeted by Father Novotny and Father Conti, and hear from the Dean of Students, Tom Every. He introduces his team to them. And then they get to hear from a number of the folks that they'll see across the next 4 years. For example, Sister Seaton talks about the service program, which we want them to get involved with from the very beginning. And then after that was over, they were dismissed to find their rooms, to find out where do they go to homeroom and what their class schedule is, and hear a little bit more about what the first day of school is going to look like from their homeroom teachers.
Nice, nice. So after the orientation, the fun stuff, the Freshman Olympiad, that went on right out there on Buchanan Field, correct?
Indeed. Mr. Wilson, who has been chair of the department and coaches basketball and works with the freshman teams, he has this year's junior class. So he had about 20 of his students helping out outside with about 20-25 of our senior leaders and their counselor. We were talking this morning, I think it's probably about the 18th year we've run the Olympiad. It's been a great event, great way to welcome the kids in. So we bring them out onto the football field, and we split them up into groups, hopefully so that they worked with someone that they'd gone to school with for the last 8 years.
Sure. And
get to know some new names, get to meet some kids from Virginia, from DC, from Maryland, all around, all the different schools that are represented here. And spread out for the activities. One of the fun questions we ask of the leaders is, what was the thing you remember the most? And every year they say, water. We remember the water, getting wet. So we have 2 events. One is the balloon toss, which I think we've all participated in one of those. But the kids get further back, and every once in a while somebody, wham, a big splotch of water on their chest. But they have a great time with that one. And then we have one where the guys are asked to run forward. We have these great waders that they put on, so it's impossible to run in these things. So they're running and stumbling forward, and they jump through a hula hoop into a pool of water. And some of them really relish this pool of water with like part Labrador. They dive in, they roll around, jump back up, and race back, tag off, swap off the waders, and the next kid runs through. So they have a wonderful time doing that. So that's a lot of fun.
Nice.
There's another one where they are blindfolded and they're trying to drop a ball into a bucket, but they've got all 9 of their teammates calling out directions and calling out their name. Well, of course, you got this going on over the whole field. So it's a little bit of organized chaos, but a great way for them to know, okay, that kid's name is John. And It's a lot of fun. And we had perfect weather for that today. Nice breeze, good sunshine. And then we brought them inside to enjoy a cookout in the courtyard. So burgers and dogs. They had a good time with that. To wrap up the morning for them, we bring them back inside the gym where they started their day. So they're sitting back in the bleachers where they had their pictures made this morning. And we have about 20 of our student senior leaders come in. And it's a chance for the guys to, or the freshmen rather, to ask our seniors some about the clubs, the activities, the sports that they participate in. So 4 or 5 of my kids that play rugby talked a little bit about our rugby program. We heard from water polo, we heard from basketball, we heard from cross country, we heard from drama and from music. So the kids got a nice idea of the range of things that you can do. You know, whatever you're interested in, there's probably someone doing it on High Street. And to wrap that up this year, we introduced Father Conti, and Father had one question after some words of wisdom for them. Did they know the alma mater? And they'd been introduced last night. So our seniors jumped right in, got their hands up in the air, and then they all practiced the alma mater one time before they join the entire student body tomorrow morning, where they're going to sing the alma mater for the first time in the great church of St. Al's. That's going to be a great moment at Mass tomorrow.
Absolutely.
So we're looking forward to that.
We definitely are. We're looking forward to a great year, and thanks for joining us.
And thank you very much.